I would now like to invite Krishnan Ramanujam, Vice Chairman, NASSCOM, and President and Head of Business and Technology Services, TCS, to share some of his learnings from yesterday and set the context to what to expect today. In addition to fostering the development of new services and solutions, Krishnan also guides the complex global transformation initiatives for the world's leading enterprise. Over to you, Krishnan.
Thank you, Shreya, and good morning, everyone. I would also like to thank the speakers on day one, who gave us an excellent preview of the transformational impact technology is set to have in India and the rest of the world in this great decade ahead of us. I would also like to thank Sri Rajiv Chandrasekhar, Minister of State for Skill Development, Entrepreneurship, Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, for his insightful speech outlining his vision for India and the IT industry. Now, a very quick recap of yesterday's highlights. We heard the perspectives of young technology champions as well as leaders from established giants. I will begin with Girish Mathrubootam's experience on how he went about capitalizing on the opportunity he saw with Freshdesk, even playing in the red ocean space. Very interesting and I'm sure motivating for all the budding entrepreneurs and the already entrepreneurs. As he said, let us look forward to this decade being a determining one for India-based SaaS products in a variety of disciplines, including security, MarTech, and many others. We heard from Salil Parekh and Thierry Delaporte on the immense opportunity lying ahead of us for the Indian IT services industry, with companies across the world accelerating to become digital businesses. But the responsibility is now even bigger, as we need to be value orchestrators for our clients, innovating in collaboration with our partners. The talent availability in India is obviously huge, and the opportunity for our young graduates is massive. As we onboard our youth into the industry, it's important for us to prepare them for lifelong learning and radically different thinking, which are new skills that are very relevant and critical for the advancement of our industry and our individual companies as well. Then on, C.P. Gurnani and Anant Maheshwari painted an imaginative picture of India in her 100th year, with a web of technology for all and frugal innovation solving the last mile challenges. The IT industry is driving innovation from India for the world, and we also need to drive solutions from India for India. Then, one of my favorites, it was always refreshing to hear Professor Yuval Harari's take on the future and the factors that will influence it. I loved the way he laid out the impact of multiple disciplines converging to create change and the importance of data intelligence, security, ethical and explainable artificial intelligence, and to not allow a new kind of colonization. Governments and leaders like us have a huge responsibility on our hands for the ethical use of technology, including data and artificial intelligence. What will it mean to be human in the future with advances in genetic engineering is another fascinating topic Professor Harari touched upon. And it is amazing the great range of topics that he can speak to, starting from mindfulness and meditation, all the way to the history of mankind, to the possible future and the risks thereof. Hats off to you, Professor Harari. Over the 3 days of the event, you would have noticed the extent of technology trends we are covering, which can be gauged simply by the maze of keywords and the buzzwords that you would see just on the agenda for NTLF. And I will not go through each one of them, but suffice it to say that there is so much happening in the world today, there could never be a better time to be alive and in this industry. So the synergistic convergence of technology will continue to have a very profound impact on the world in ways we have never imagined, even 5 or 10 years ago. Innovative business models, new ways of doing things, ability to deal with unexpected risks, such as the one that we just endured, the big pandemic that has ravaged our lives for the last couple of years, and vastly improved healthcare outcomes, including life expectancy, but just to name a few. All of these have had a hugely positive impact on the society as a whole and made quality of life way superior. The other side of the coin, of course, is the not so great impact of technology in our lives through privacy intrusions, echo chamber effects, mental health related risks, and of course, the more serious cyber and other risks of calamitous proportions that can even spell the extinction of Homo sapiens as a species. So, since the power of compounding can work both ways, it is incumbent on us as leaders to ensure that we promote the responsible and ethical use of technology for the betterment and advancement of society while mitigating the risks. I have no doubt that the talks lined up today and tomorrow will further explore and enlighten us on many of these topics on each individual, businesses, governments, and the planets as a whole in this decade. Today, again, we have lined up for you an exciting series of talks by industry leaders and experts around the topics of digital next, the future of work, data-driven transformation, personalization, and purpose. Speaking of the future, we will now be hearing from the leaders of the future, young achievers who are already making a mark with their contributions and making their presence felt. I can't wait. I'm sure neither can you. With those words, I thank you all once again, and back to you, Shreya.
Thank you so much, Krishnan, for that wonderful comparison you gave us on the 2 days and the concept that dwells in enabling the forum theme. And like you rightly said, IT industry in India is definitely driving innovation from the country to the world. And it's important to note that we also need to start driving solutions from India to India.